Hey, Scott Himelstein with the Scott Himelstein Group. Welcome back to another edition of our video blog. Today we're discussing whether or not it makes sense as a homeowner to invest in solar panels. Before we do, it matters if you're a home seller, check out our free home value report. And if you're looking to purchase a home, we have a free MLS search tool for properties all over Southern California. All right, so today we're talking about, as a homeowner, whether it makes sense to actually invest in solar panels for you and your family. Well, there's a couple things you should know. First, there's a few different ways that you can actually have solar panels. The first one, number one, is that you can actually lease the solar panels. Well, if you lease the solar panels, you have to remember a couple of things. First is that you don't receive any of the federal subsidies or tax savings because you're actually leasing it. It actually goes to the leasing company. They're the ones who get all the benefits for that. So that's number one. Number two, when it comes to leasing, is you have to remember that whatever your lease payment is, when it comes to the transfer of the actual lease agreement to the actual buyer of your property, remember the buyer actually has to be able to qualify for that amount that they're actually leasing it. So in this case, let's say it's $50 a month. That's $50 a month extra that's going to go against their debt ratio. So you need to make sure up front that the buyer actually qualifies for that amount. So if you go to the route where you actually decide to purchase it, yes, it's a lot more expensive. Again, you're going to get the tax benefits as well as some of the federal subsidies if they're available. And also, there are also a few government programs called the HERO and the PACE program that actually have low-cost loans for solar when it comes to buying. And third and finally, there's what's called a PPA, which is a power purchase agreement. And you're seeing that more and more often these days, where you actually decide what you're actually going to pay each month for power. So a lot of that is really determined by you want to decide on how much power you actually need for you and your family. At the end of the day, really what it comes down to is you really need to know what your energy use is. So if you're going to be using a lot of energy, then it really makes sense possibly to go for solar. The one thing I would say to keep in mind though, when it comes to installing solar panels, think of it as a home improvement, like a kitchen or bath. Different buyers put different value on what they want. And they may not want your lease agreement or power purchase agreement. They may want to go with a different company. And with technology always continuing to evolve, a lot of buyers may not be interested in the agreement that you currently have because of the technology continuing to grow. And they, again, want to be able to have the opportunity to choose what provider that's actually they feel is best for them. If you have any questions about solar or real estate, give us a call at the Scott Himelstein Group, 818-396-3311, 818-396-3311. And thanks again for watching our video blog.